Texting has sparked at least 4 new physical and mental disorders, and growing numbers of Australian teenagers are being affected.
A mobile monster.
Australian teenagers are becoming text addicts, suffering a range of serious mental and physical disorders, from depression to repetitive thumb syndrome.
They're calling it textosis, or post-traumatic text disorder. It's a new medical condition and it affects children almost exclusively.
They're calling it textosis? Who are they? Doesn't sound like the sort of name the College of Psychiatry would come up with, does it? Well, here's who.
Media release.
Textophrenia, textiety, post-traumatic text disorder and binge texting. These are the 4 latest texting-related disorders to be identified by Boost Mobile.
And who or what is Boost Mobile? Well, it's
a lifestyle-centric telecommunications company that focuses solely on the youth market.
So, these serious mental and physical disorders have been identified by a mobile phone company. And the nifty names were invented by a so-called digital strategy outfit called, seriously, the Conscience Organisation, or TCO for short.
Our key to success is our ability to cut through the clutter of the digital world and speak directly to your intended audience.
And boy, did TCO succeed. Those names proved irresistible.
Take, for instance, textophrenia, hearing text when they're not actually there.
Binge texters send a message just to get one back so they can feel good.
Post-traumatic text disorder. Physical and mental injuries sustained while texting.
But none of those reports told us that the cute names had been dreamt up by a marketing man. Perhaps because Boost Mobile claimed to be
following research by 2 of Australia's foremost academics on mobile phone trends.
The media release even cites an academic paper co-authored by one of those researchers, Dr. Shari Walsh of the Queensland University of Technology.
Overconnected? Australian youth and their mobile phones.
Problem is, the paper isn't all that new.
Journal of Adolescence, 31, 2008.
And though it does conclude that some young mobile phone users are
demonstrating symptoms of addictive behaviour,
it doesn't identify any physical or mental disorders associated with texting. In fact, Dr. Walsh told MediaWatch that
the terms coined by Boost are a marketing strategy. I'm not interested in diagnosing texting disorders.
Dr. Walsh, you see, is a psychologist. She uses terms like disorder very cautiously. But she says not a single journalist has contacted her since the Boost Mobile release. The other academic named by Boost Mobile, however, Associate Professor Jenny Carroll of RMIT University, has been all over the media like a skin disorder.
But Jenny knows there is a downside to this form of communication. She calls it textiety.
That anxiety, I haven't got my phone or no one's texted me. What's wrong? No one loves me.
Stephen Fennick of the Daily Telegraph also attributed the silly names to Dr. Carroll.
Ms. Carroll's study identified 4 distinct disorders: textophrenia, textiety, post-traumatic text disorder, and binge texting.
Dr. Carroll did tell ABC Hobart's Michael Veitch,
Boost Mobile came up with terms for commonly observed behaviours.
But she was only too happy to endorse them.
I think textiety is a great term.
Dr. Carroll got a lot of exposure from the exercise, but she's an expert on the social effects of technology. She's not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and she didn't use the term mental disorder. Of course, addictive behaviour has its dangers, and no doubt Dr. Carroll felt she was sending an important message.
My suggestion is that you need to balance your technology-related life with the real world and face-to-face contact.
Sensible advice. It's a pity that, whether she knew it or not, Dr. Carroll was lending her name to a cynical online advertising campaign by Boost Mobile, and the mainstream media were accomplices too. Here's a Facebook page that's being virally marketed to Boost Mobile's tech-savvy youth market.
Textaholics, help is here.
Click on the sign that says binge texting and you get an actor pretending to be a textaholic.
No one can do it as fast, no one can do it as well. No one can do it as often.
And what's the help that Boost Mobile offers?
1 cent text to any of your friends.
100 texts for $1. Some help. That little effort by the Conscience organisation is, to my mind, simply unconscionable.